Two RCMP officers in Prince George, British Columbia, have been charged with manslaughter in the death of an Indigenous man in 2017. For more on this story, let's bring in Sarah Glashan in Coquitlam, BC. Sarah, what more do you know about the case?
Natalie, these charges, and there actually are 5 in all, have been announced now by the BC Crown Prosecutor's Office. Charged with manslaughter, there are the 2 charges against Constable Paul Saint-Marie and Constable Jean-Francois Monette. And then there are 3 other charges against officers for attempting to obstruct justice. All 5 of these relate to the July 2017 death of Dale Culver, a Wet'suwet'en and Gitxsan First Nations man who at the age of 35 died shortly after he was arrested by police in Prince George, BC. Now, the facts as we know them, according to the Independent Investigations Office, are that police were responding to a report of a man who was chasing cars on Central Street West, the 1000 block of Central Street West in Prince George. Culver was on a bicycle. Police said that he tried to flee, and then a struggle ensued. And in making that arrest, pepper spray was used on Dale Culver. He was placed in the back of the cruiser. He started to experience trouble breathing. He was eventually taken out of that police cruiser, at which point he collapsed. He was then taken to hospital, and he died a short time after. Not only did the IIO, the Independent Investigations Office, investigate this and recommend charges in 2019, and then an expanded investigation recommending a total of 5 charges in 2020, but also there was a complaint that was filed by the BC Civil Liberties Association. They were complaining, or that they were reporting that they had heard that there were officers telling witnesses to delete video footage of that arrest shortly after it happened. And then as well, the BCCLA questioning why it was that Culver was identified as a suspect by police, given that the complaint of someone chasing cars happened hours prior to them actually responding to that 1000 block of Central Street West. At any rate, all of this has been incrementally updated over the last 5.5 years, given that it was July 2017 when Dale Culver died, and it is now February 2023 when we now have these charges, 2 for manslaughter and 3 for attempting to obstruct justice. Natalie?
Thanks, Sarah.